So, welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Happy Monday. It is match day, people. We have got a game against West Ham United tonight. Is anyone confident? I'm not. It's not going to be an easy game tonight. I did my preview for the game last night. Fully go and check that out if you haven't done so already. I also did another stream yesterday evening, early afternoon actually, not evening, about the players. There was a report in the Daily Express saying that the players are not playing for Freddie. They don't want Freddie as the manager. So go and check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, we have got a game later on this evening, and it could be 10 in a row. 10 in a row without a victory, which I've never seen 9 in a row without a victory. 1977 is the current record. They could surpass that tonight at the London Stadium. Now, I'm going to speak about Niko Kovac. We're going to start off with him. Now, he was the former Bayern Munich manager. He got sacked after the 5-1 defeat to Frankfurt. It was kind of ironic as well because he got sacked after the 5-1 to Frankfurt. Unai Emery then gets sacked after a 2-1 to Frankfurt. Maybe we should get Frankfurt's manager because he seems to get results against bigger and better teams, and he seems to get managers sacked left, right and centre. Let's go and get the Frankfurt manager. But this guy is actually going to be in attendance tonight against West Ham. And he's basically thrown his hat into the ring and said he wants the job. Now, I don't know whether he's one of the 150 million candidates for the job that are linked. But I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't think he's good enough. Let's be real. Me, you or a chimpanzee could go and manage Bayern Munich to a Bundesliga title. Why do we want Niko Kovac? Sacked from Bayern Munich. Listen, he might be half decent, he might not. This is the Premier League. This is not a project. I am sick and tired of projects. I am sick and tired of Arsenal being run like a project. We're always so close to being great. We're always 2 or 3 players away from greatness. It's just boring. It is absolutely boring now, and I am absolutely sick to the back teeth of this club acting like Barnet. No disrespect to Barnet, but we're Arsenal Football Club. We should be acting like a big club. Ain't about Niko Kovac. Now, listen, some of you might want him. I've seen a lot of you guys in my streams that watch my streams say that, yeah, you take him. He's decent. He's this, he's that. But like I said, I don't want him. I don't think he's anywhere near the level that we need, or the stature that we need, or commands the respect that we need to be Arsenal football manager. Now, as much as I didn't rate Arsene Wenger, anybody who joined the club looked up in awe at Arsene Wenger. For me, no thank you. We parted ways with him. But the one thing I will give him credit for is the fact that every single player that came to the club always came out and said, I signed because of Arsene Wenger. Where's the next manager in the chain? Because Unai Emery lost the dressing room inside a year. Freddie Ljungberg has never found the dressing room, let alone losing it. The players, there was the report yesterday that they're not playing for him. They don't want him in charge. He's going to be sacked as interim manager, which in a way is a good thing because it means we're going to employ a manager. But at the same time, who do these players think they are? Like, genuinely, who do these players think they are? They've won nothing. Freddie could lace up his boots and get on the pitch and be our best player, even now at 41 years old. I just think it's a sorry state of affairs how we have gone as a football club, and it's not good enough. For me, I think we need to fully go out there and search for a manager, and there's plenty of managers in world football, by the way, that would command respect, that would come into the club. It's not a big task for them. They've managed bigger and better football clubs. Rafa Benitez, Carlo Ancelotti, Allegri, Simeone, excuse me, them kind of managers for me, they would walk into this football club and it's not too big a job. They've managed massive football clubs. They've managed massive egos in the dressing room. They've managed massive expectation from fan bases. I mean, I'll give you an example. Rafa Benitez. I remember watching his first game as Chelsea manager against Manchester City. He turned up at Stamford Bridge, walked out of into the dugout, and every single Chelsea fan in that ground booed him. 40-odd thousand fans booing him. They didn't want him. At the end of that season, he won them the Europa League. He won them the FA Cup or League Cup, whichever one. I think it was the FA Cup. And he left there kind of a hero. But he left there with his credibility intact, because Chelsea has swallowed up a lot of managers over the years that have left there with no credibility. He's a good manager. He's a guy that's managed some massive football clubs, and he would do well. Simeone, big egos, Diego Costa, Griezmann, players like that, split up the top two in La Liga. I think he's a good manager. I think that he's got the ability. I think he's got the arrogance, the passion, the hunger. I think he's got to be top target. Then you look at Ancelotti. He's managed Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Real Madrid. He's managed PSG, Milan. Yeah, he's not doing so great at Napoli. They drew 0-0 yesterday. But at the same time, he would be a good manager for Arsenal. He is not going to come in and look at these players and go, oh, let me play the same faces that play every week that haven't done it for 3 years. He'd come in and mix it up. But Niko Kovac, nah, not for me. Mikel Arteta, he's actually come out and said it'd be a great honour to take the job. Of course it would. It'd be a great honour for me to manage Arsenal Football Club. Let's be real here. Anyone who's watching this stream or this video, it'd be a great honour for you guys to manage Arsenal Football Club. It's not a toy. It's not a project. We need a fully certy manager that's going to go out there and ruffle feathers. And if that means dropping Laka, Abba, Ozil, Xhaka, whoever it may be, Bellerin, we need somebody who's tough enough to do that, because Freddie Ljungberg ain't that guy. I've seen Patrick Vieira linked to the job. I put stuff out on social media. 99.9% of you guys that voted on the polls were like, no, we don't want Patrick, blah, 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 blah. And whilst I don't want a club legend to be the manager of this football club, he's more qualified than Freddie Ljungberg. He's more qualified than Mikel Arteta. So why wouldn't we take him over them two? Yeah, it's all about sentiment at this football club, and it has been for a decade, which is why we're in this mess. But anyway, enough of the rambling. Leave it in the comments section down below. Let me know who your first, second and third choice is as Arsenal manager. Would you take Niko Kovac? Leave that in the comment section as well. Now, we are going to talk about a player, and that is Chris Smalling. He's currently on loan at Roma. By all accounts, he's actually done all right at Roma. I can't even lie. I don't rate the guy one bit. I don't want him at Arsenal, but he is linked to Arsenal. Man United fans don't rate him. They don't want him back, or the majority of them don't want him back. But he has actually done all right at Roma. But is he any better than the players we've got? I genuinely don't think he is. I think that he's looked good in Italy because it's a weak league. When he was in the Premier League, I remember when he signed for United, we were linked to him. Wenger was linked to him. £18 million he signed for United, I think it was. And we were linked to him. I think he went from Fulham. He was actually really good at Fulham as well. Let's not get it twisted. He was actually really good at Fulham. But I just think that when you look at Chris Smalling and his career, he must look at himself and count his blessings every day. Oh, by the way, wifey is fit. She is all right. He's fully Jason Puncham right now. So he's got a banging wife. He's got a banging gaff. He's on a lot of money every week. And he's still owned by Man United. He's actually had a result. God is fully looking down on that guy every week. But is he good enough for Arsenal? Not for me. I genuinely think there's better centre-backs out there. It'd be another cheap option. Yes, we got William Saliba coming in. I think he could be decent. But it depends who we put next to him and who we put in midfield. Because for me, the midfield's weaker than the defence, which then exposes that weak defence. So I'm not so sure that I'd take Chris Smalling. I don't think he's any better than what we've got. He's definitely not levels above what we've got. So why would we take him? Regardless of whether it's 13, 15 million, whatever it is. I don't want him at Arsenal. If he ain't good enough for Man United, why is he good enough for us? Yeah, Man United are pretty much in a similar position to us. I know they're above us in the table, etc., etc. But why do I want him at Arsenal? The same as Pochettino as manager. Why do I want him? He weren't good enough for that lot, so why is he good enough for us? But again, listen, some of you guys might want him. It's only my opinion. Leave it all in the comment section down below. Fully subscribe to the socials, all in the description, Twitter, Insta and Facebook. Try and drive the Insta and Facebook through the roof if you can. I ain't too fussed about Twitter. Don't forget, I will be back for the watch along later on this evening. Starting 11 reaction an hour before kickoff. Guna Eagle Eye, me and him are going to do the watch along. I will not be doing a shot of Jaeger every goal this time. So yeah, Listen, I'll see you all later on. Hopefully we can beat West Ham. I'm not confident. I predicted a draw. Go and check out the last videos. Until tonight, laters peeps.